Happy holidays, all. For Christmas this year, I got my party a never-ending dungeon filled with torments and terrors that are sure to rack their bodies and minds even long after they escape this hellhole. It's really playing games, the Extinction Curse. I'm Graham, the GM, and joining me today are Brian, his Faith, the Tiefling Monk.
Howdy.
We're down to Garrett, who's usually Fabian, the Catfolk Rogue, but we do have Ross as O.R. Shisk, the Lizardfolk Swashbuckler.
Hello.
We have Patrick as Horatio, the, I got the order wrong. Oh my god, the holidays are fucking with
Graham.
me. No, we can't do this. Order matters. Other Ross is Mary, the half-elf Oracle.
Jingle jangle.
And then Patrick as Horatio, the half-elf Wizard.
Oh, day and night, but this is wondrous strange.
It is kind of weird. You found these super locked doors that gave you much difficulty, and after having cleansed this temple, this moonstone hall of the Zulgath presence, and fighting Triceratops in the tomb room, where Ulthadar and his body were laid to rest, Ulthadar appeared to you, told you that you had cleansed the temple, showed you the visions from the moonstone pools, and told you that you had this mission to go and light and find the lights, the resonant reflections of the dead god Eredin, and gaining that power, using it to go to his high temple somewhere in the Kortos Mountains and fight back the Extinction Curse. Title drop. After that, you're like, well, wait a minute, Ulthadar. We're seasoned adventurers, and we have not gone into every nook and cranny of this dungeon, so hold that thought for a moment. You went and found a circular chamber filled with a bunch of statues, decided there's a lot of magical shit going on there, I don't know about that, and then across the dungeon the other way you found these doors, you found this room you've just opened up, revealing a fully dust-covered, very ancient. It seems like this has not been disturbed for quite some time. But you look around, and there are these clear stones set into this spiral pattern in the room. And in the middle of those stones is much to your dismay, another statue, vaguely in the image of Eredin. However, this statue is standing still, and resting in its palms, it has this cup, this fancy-looking cup. It is banded. It looks like a tin construction to it. It is banded, though, with different colored metals or materials. You're not quite sure from this distance. And you see it is just standing there, the cup nestled in its hands, or palms outstretched, much like this. And nothing else within the room. What do you do?
Look back to people, and we just got robes.
Is it magic?
Pinging out detect magic from Horatio. You definitely do sense the presence of magic, both from the statue and from the cup.
Do we
Offering
want to
cup,
use
maybe?
the robes? Just in case.
I pay attention to religion class.
Well, let's all put on those robes, just to be safe.
Does anybody know if Eredin liked specific liquid offerings?
That's a bit odd. I can make a religion check for that, maybe.
Sure, Marion. Let's see. Marion, you think for a moment, and then all you've seen, all the iconography, and now being in this temple of Eredin for a while, and maybe something supernatural about the ghosts of the former priests and the occupants of this area, you get the distinct impression that the cup is most assuredly not anything to do with Eredin. The statue very much is in Eredin's image. That seems to be, clear association there. But
Okay.
the cup in its hands is not. And you're not entirely sure what that cup might be.
Could I maybe glean lore, ask around for ghosts to see what the purpose of this room is?
Absolutely. That seems like a highly applicable use of that. Would you mind popping that in chat for me if you have that ability?
It's
Cool.
like
Thank you.
gather information, but with the ghosts around.
All right. So let's see here.
It's like dubious knowledge.
You focus in to this and focus hard on the ghostly presences that remain within this temple to Eridan. And there's a few spirits that kind of come, and you see even long after they have passed, they come to the threshold of this room and they turn away. One of them stops long enough to come to you and whisper in this ethereal, haunting voice. Sealed away. Sealed away. 'Twas sealed away, never to be disturbed. The chalice brings danger. So it seems that from the impression you get from the voice and the other supernatural senses around you, that this was meant as a place to guard the chalice, to keep it locked away in a vault, that they thought it was dangerous, and built this room for that purpose, of keeping it away from people.
So it's either some sort of SCP, or you failed that.
Yeah. I don't know. Does anyone else have any ideas?
Fabian shrugs. Both Fabian and Arch a little tired, still fatigued from earlier,
That's
but
true.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I don't know if this is going to get us any closer to.
Can I? I'm
Duskblade.
going to step into the room. Can I examine the? Does this appear to be like normal warding? Like, are these wards or?
So you look. In this case, would you say you're trying to make more of a perception or an arcana check?
Arcana check.
Okay. Horatio. Nothing is obviously standing out to you looking at these. It appears to be kind of a spiral pattern. You think vaguely reminiscent of a nautilus shell, so like, snail shell or something like it, where it circles around into this point. It's pretty smooth stone. Seems inlaid into the floor. Clearly meant here for some purpose, probably magical, but you can't quite discern specifically what it might be for.
Do I think it's a trap? Does it look
Trappish?
We'll do a little check for Fabian, your rogue and whatnot.
Trap-esque.
Fabian looks over and looks at it, kind of gets down close to the floor. It's like, no, there's nothing I can see. No wires, nothing, nothing looks trappish.
What school of magic comes from the chalice? I can.
Well, it's the most powerful effect, right?
No, I can read aura on the chalice from 30 feet.
Okay. So you know that it is magical.
And at third level, I guess I can do like everything.
10 objects.
So, you know what you learn in the School of Magic.
And if it's illusory, you detect this only if the effect's level is lower than the level of your Read Aura spell. A level 3 spell.
So you know that it is magical. This grail. And you get an aura of conjuration magic about it. From the, focusing on a few of the stones on the ground, there is there's an aura of enchantment magic about them. And then you can tell there's magic within the statue, but there's not quite a specific aura or specific school to it.
Because it's a construct creature.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Can I roll a crafting check on the obvious,
Let's see.
probably clay golem or something?
Horatio. Crafting. Nope. Horatio, this is not a golem. It's just a statue. You are 100% convinced of that.
Definitely just a statue. Well, this is not
statue.
This is not the right types of. None of this is abjuration. If this is here to protect a magical item or to protect things from the magical item, this is enchantment magic. This is like makes you see things that are not here magic.
Is that illusion?
Well, I suppose enchantment is more control your mind.
Why is it cast on stones? Stones don't have minds.
This magic doesn't make any sense.
As the non-magic user, I don't understand.
All nonsense.
Stones don't have minds. I mean, we could leave it, or you could touch it. I think those are your options now, right?
Yep.
Leave it or touch it. I know. Well, I don't
We
know.
can take it or leave it.
I mean, want to touch it.
Marion said
figured
it's
as much.
dangerous.
I think Orshus or Faith should touch it.
Why is that?
I also think Arishik should touch it.
Well, if we're dealing with enchantment magic on stuff, then probably whoever has the highest will should go.
That would probably be me.
Fabian's
My
like,
will.
I'm kind of.
I've got a 14.
I have a 12.
I also have a 14.
I have a 15.
Wow.
Drew the short straw.
Found our person.
I mean, I have a 12. Yeah. My deception is not very good though.
Why is my will? I mean, I guess I'm only trained in will. And
Fabian has expertise, but no wisdom modifier.
I have both expertise and wisdom.
How high is the ceiling here?
oh, an excellent question.
Yes. 20 feet, I believe, kind of common to the other areas that you've seen in the lower Moonstone Hall.
Exciting. Oh, there's a door.
Yes, you
Yeah,
see probably
Oh,
the
that's
other
right.
side of the other door
That's
you
right.
tried to unlock.
I failed my dungeoneering check.
Yeah, this would have to be a 20-foot ceiling to
A door.
accommodate the golem.
I mean, last time we tried to fight a statue, it didn't work out so well for us.
Yeah.
I know Horatio says this one is just a statue, but
Oh, wait. Doesn't Horatio have Mage Hand?
Do I
Does
have that
Horatio
prepared
have
today?
Mage
I
Hand
don't.
today?
Did I? I did prepare Mage Hand.
Okay, let's all step out.
All right, everybody out.
What's
Yeah.
the range on Mage Hand?
It is 30 feet, and I
Which-
can. Does this chalice count as unattended?
That's a great question.
Is this definitely just a statue attending?
You can certainly try to send the mage hand out toward the chalice.
Should probably do it while standing outside the door, yeah.
Let me see here.
You're muted, Patrick.
I would like to retrieve the chalice, please.
Okay. So your mage hand is out, and you know what? I'm gonna give you control of this hand, Patrick.
Hey.
It's right about in the middle here. So probably have to be adjacent to this square there.
The left square.
So, actually, can I...
This one.
Can you see that square from where you are?
Or it's just, can we
Yeah.
switch places? Can I have it go through the spiral? Like, I'm going to have to move. I want my character to be down here, but I need to move so I can see. Can I have it go...
Like follow
like-
around the path of the spiral?
Exactly.
Okay.
And then... Here.
Since Graham
Zoom.
specifically gave you control of the hand.
Well, Horatio kind
Like
of
that.
look at it go. All right, Horatio, with a bit of deft magical maneuvers, you move your hand, and the spectral floating hand goes kind of like in Zelda, the Wall Masters, whatever's kind of like the hand floats around and around slowly, the suspense building. So it kind of circles around where this statue is and circles toward the chalice in its hands. Do you have your mage hand grab the chalice?
Okay. And then I would like to go back around exactly the way I came.
All right.
Back.
Your mage hand grabs the chalice. Picks it up. I believe you can move it about 20 feet with an action.
Yeah.
What path do you move your hand with the chalice?
Same way. Back that way. So 5, 10, 15, 20 feet.
Oh, hello there, Garrett. You're just in time.
Roll initiative. Okay, I'm going to move my character back to where he actually is.
So you join us just as Horatio has taken his mage hand and moved it around the spiral pattern of stones in the middle toward the chalice that this statue was holding. As the mage hand moves back along the path, you see the statue's arms drop from its side, and it begins to turn and follow the path of the mage hand, animating and pursuing. I would like everyone to go ahead and roll perception for initiative.
Fun!
Initiative. Oh no,
Oh no.
a natural one.
It's good. The front line's all Going
That's
last.
right. That's right.
Okay. Well, despite it being a statue and kind of moving, animating with some magical purpose, it gets the jump on you. You probably weren't expecting this to happen so quickly.
I mean, it was
I
just
definitely
a statue
wasn't.
after all.
It was definitely
Right?
a
It was
statue.
definitely just a statue.
So... Huh. Interesting. It is going to move over to here. It does not follow the spiral pattern as it moves. It's going to move, and then it is going to try to wrest the grail from the mage hand. So, I will say, Horatio, you can attempt to keep it moving as all this is happening simultaneously, to keep the mage hand moving and out of its path. What is... I'm going to say, what's your spell DC?
Spell DC is 25.
Okay. Having a debate about whether this is athletics or just a dexterity check for it being quick enough to grab onto the grail as the mage hand is moving along.
Sounds like a
Probably-
thievery check to me.
Huh.
I'm guessing the giant statue doesn't have thievery.
And if it does, it's probably not as good as its athletics.
Yeah, it is kind of
Certainly
like a
not.
pickpocket. So we'll call it dexterity here. Okay. It goes for the chalice, which you move the mage hand out of the way just a little bit quicker than it can move. It will kind of see this again and then go with an other hand a little bit more urgently and more frustrated at what's going on. But achieves the same result. You are able to maneuver it out of the way quick enough to evade its grasp. So it is now, you see it kind of like moving and trying to swat this hand out of the air like a fly. It seems like it is getting agitated. Marion, what do you do?
I step out, and I don't have a lot of tricks up my sleeve right now, so I'm gonna glare at it awfully.
Unfortunately, with that critical failure, the statue just ignores you. It just doesn't even register your presence there. Doesn't. Yep, just completely ignores you, Marion, as you slink back in the hallway.
Alright, great, cool.
Yep. Okay, that was Marion. Horatio.
I want to grab the bag of holding, open the bag of holding, and then sustain mage hand and move it into the bag of holding. Because that's 20 feet.
Okay. Yeah. The mage hand dodges out of the way and then flies over. Doesn't seem to suffer any ill effects for breaking through the area of the spiral. As you prepare, whip out the bag of holding, open it up, and kind of like, coming in for the landing, and the mage hand just goes, takes the chalice straight in to the bag of holding. You look, and the statue follows it, and then locks a solid stone gaze at you, Horatio, and fully turns in your direction, just with precision movements, laser focused on you.
Close the door, close the door.
Oh, Archisk, that was 3 actions for Horatio.
I'll close the door.
Okie dokie. You go and close the door.
Which way does it close?
It's always the question, isn't it?
It probably closes. It probably opens towards us, right? So
Yeah,
it's like an inner room.
it
and
is a
usually
vault
you
door.
want-
Yeah,
to go
it would
out.
open in toward you guys right now. So you could close the door.
And then I want to try to like bar. Since Horatio still has to go, I'm gonna try to like bolster it or whatever with myself.
So you're putting your back up against the door.
Yep.
Okay.
And then raise a shield.
Just shield pressed up against there. Okay. You're going to stay in initiative for just a moment.
Uh-huh.
Faith, what do you do at this point? You see the chalice go into the bag. Oars just closes the door and braces himself against it.
I'm gonna move to here, attempt to push Horatio or pull Horatio into my square so I can take his square. I assume he's not gonna object.
I do not. No.
Okay, so we'll switch places,
Sure.
and then I will also bar the door.
Okay. Fabian, you see Faith and Oarshisk pressed up against the door.
I don't know if you're muted.
Oh, sorry. Yes, I was.
Oh no.
Okay. I guess I will. Be holding an action, but the question is, I'm too far away to poke anything. Guess I'll just. I guess I'll just stay still, because there's nothing. I don't think my unenchanted bow will do anything against this statue.
You
And I
could
can't poke it from
Oh
here,
no,
so
you're
I
in
think-
the initiative.
I'm the last person, so I think I'll just whistle for 3 actions. If anything happens.
Okay, you're kind of like, ooh, what do we do now? Bar the door. Okay. As you stand there, Oarshisk and Faith, pushed up against the metal door, you hear the sound of footsteps. And then there is a very loud, very abrupt bang against the door. Between Oarshisk and Faith, which of you has the higher fortitude DC?
Probably Faith.
Yeah, mine's 25.
Yeah, definitely Faith.
Okay. I'll give you a +3 circumstance bonus for having somebody help you in this case.
Okay.
So I'll say your fortitude DC is 28. So it has to try to beat to force open the door with you both barring and on the other side.
Okay.
The golem strikes. And with a loud, banging, sudden force, gets a critical success. Oarshisk and Faith, you both go prone as the golem pushes the door off of its hinges, crashing around in front of you as you attempt to withhold from the awesome, brute strength of this clay golem as it bowls over the door and looks over to Horatio. As it comes, you see, after having pushed down the door, I will say that counts as one of its first attack, is bowling over both Oarshisk and Faith. It is going to use its reach to then go for this fist over Oarshisk to punch at Horatio. And that, even with the multiple attack penalty, is a 36 to hit you.
That's a crit.
All right. Horatio, as you attempt to escape with this chalice, its guardian catches up to you and punches you for 48 points of bludgeoning damage. You get knocked, but beyond getting knocked like that, you feel an energy leech from the fist into you. I need you to make a fortitude save.
Why is it always a fortitude save? 29.
That's pretty good.
A 29 is a success.
Okay.
So you get walloped by this thing. However, you are still up and no other further effects. Marion, what do you do?
Shit, I have basically nothing. I'm gonna shit, I really do have nothing. I have no more spells. My weapon is gonna be too dinky enough to hurt it. I'll try to hit it with a bon mot. Maybe that can help.
I think
Alright.
you're right.
Diplomacy, is that against Will DC again?
It is against Will DC again.
Okay.
Look at
20
Clay Egg over here.
21 will be insufficient to deter or otherwise influence this golem.
Yeah. And I'm gonna draw my wand of heal, and I'm gonna tell everyone, let's run. Let's just run now.
Alrighty.
I mean, we could just give it the chalice back.
Yes, we could,
Where's the
but we
fun in
don't
that?
know if that's going to, stop it from killing us.
True.
Alrighty. Marion proceeds to start to get the fuck out of here. Horatio.
I'll take the bag. I'm faster
This is true.
and can take some hits.
Maybe we can
think this thing has attack of opportunity.
leave the statue. Lead the statue to the other statue.
What are the odds that it has
They
a
can
15
fight
foot
each other.
reach?
It has 10. It's leaving
Not
at 10 foot.
great.
So you could just step and then run. That stands.
Sure
we
would
have
be
a better
nice
chance
to
of
like
getting away.
cast obscuring mist or something.
Or you can delay until one of the two people who are lying down stand up. Because we can't step, so.
Just let you eat the AOO.
Yeah.
It's locked on me though. I don't want to take the chance, so I'm gonna step, stride, thinking this was different shaped. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Alright.
That's my turn.
Okay. Horatio.
Flee! I flee.
Horatio flees. Oarshisk.
I'm gonna kip up.
Yep.
And then seeing what everybody else is doing. 25 to there. 25. 30, 35. Marion's stuck there. And Marion doesn't get to go. So I'm actually going to stay here and put my shield up.
Okay. Get around the doorway. Prepare for the onslaught of what's coming. Faith.
I will stand up as an action.
Alrighty.
And then I'm gonna run away. How much movement do I have?
40, right? Or 45?
Oh,
45.
the mage hand, I believe, dissipates because you didn't...
Yeah, it's gone.
concentrate. Okay.
And
Well, you lost line of sight of it too once it got in the bag, right?
That doesn't matter.
Okay.
That's just for casting.
I don't really have a third action to do. I guess I'll just move to here and then end my turn.
Okay. Fabian, you see everybody turning tail and run. What do you do?
Well, first,
And
one
a
action
fight.
to get here, so I can look out the door and see. Yeah, not if everyone else is fleeing. And then, let's get to here. Still have an action left, so why don't I... That'll be my turn.
Where Horatio is, yeah.
Okay.
So I can...
So,
I gotta find a little door.
yeah.
What if it just follows us into the city?
Is there a
Well,
secret passage somewhere?
the door breaks down. There's a sound of scraping and stepping. So, 5, 10, 20. And then you see it come down the hallway and approach.
I guess I could have shut this door and tried to bar it as well. Oh well. We're running.
And then it is going to...
Yeah, I definitely should have done that.
I guess it's going to try to... Well,
Tumble.
no, it's gonna... it's not a tumbly
tumble.
boy.
Can't tumble through two people anyway.
Yeah, so it's going to attempt to shove. And it's probably going to try to shove Oarsh just because you're the most impediment at this point with you there, with your shield raised. So, yeah, I'm going to say it's going to try to shove Oarshisk.
I'm like 6 foot something.
It bigger than you.
I know. I'm just saying I'm bigger than
Marion. Yes,
Definitely.
definitely more of a threat. So what is your fortitude DC?
I think it's only like 22. Yep.
I think that does that take the fatigued -1 into account?
I haven't marked as a condition, so it
I think
should.
so. Okay. So, it's athletics check.
Critical success.
No, it is just a regular success.
Okay.
So, success, 5 feet, but then, can't really stride because I got a Marion in the way. So, you see it come around the corner, kind of go through the doorway and just kind of like kick you back, Owarsha, so you can feel just the solid strength of this statue coming out, because it seems to be kicking you away. It doesn't seem as interested in you. It's kind of like trying to peer through the doorway down the hall where Horatio went, and seems keen on getting down that way, but can't make it any further at this point. Marion.
I'm gonna close this door.
God. Alright.
Hey, action economy.
And then I'm going to stride. And stride again. I think this is the way out.
That is the challenge now. Do you remember the way out? So, seeing it kind of poke its head through the door and then get ready to start to make its way through, you just close the door behind it and start booking your way out. Horatio, you're muted.
I'm muted. I'm really tempted to just duck into a random room and hide.
I mean, it might have a sense of where the item is
True, it might.
at all times or something. I don't know if I would risk that. But, don't listen to me. I'm 20 feet down the hallway, around the corner. In fact, we can't communicate at all.
Also trying to figure out, like, what is our end goal here if we try to run away? Like, we can't leave the building. I guess we can.
Yeah, why
But
not?
that's just like going into
Look
the
at one
into the
statue to fight the
Darklands
other statue.
randomly.
I mean, surely it will stop following us at some point.
Yeah, about that.
City guards? Comes their problem.
Yeah. Leave it to the police.
I kind of feel like we should try to fight it, but boy, that hurt. That was most of my hit points at once.
Yep, Horatio, you feel pretty shitty.
It was a crit.
I guess it's his turn. I'll let him finish.
Should we run, or should we try and fight it?
I'm down for running.
Wow, coming from Marion, that's a...
Run 2 is the question. Well, okay. Might as well keep going. Well, this is the library. Where's the hidden room?
On the other side of the library.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Okay.
The Calder brothers discuss their plan of escape.
That's 30. And that's another 30. That's the door it is.
If we hide in the hidden room and it turns out that it can sense its whereabouts, even inside the bag, we're a little bit screwed.
It also kind of doesn't make any sense for it to be able to sense it in the bag.
An extra dimensional portal.
Yeah, in an extra dimensional portal. I mean, I guess we don't know what kind of magic this thing has.
Deep magic.
It seems like it just
Oh,
saw me and it's
magic.
following me.
I was there
Um,
3,000 years ago.
If I can close the door, I could hide. Yeah, I will. Whoops. I will make my way back here. That's my turn.
All right. Horatio runs to the library and hides in the closet. Oh, Arshisk.
A general question about the. So this place is underground, right?
Yes.
What is its general construction? As in, is there something I could pull down to cause a cave-in?
Well, given that you've been to the level directly above this on Moonstone Hall, it would probably be more likely that you could cause some kind of cave-in there, because on top of that is the Hole of Escadar, right? So you're on a level that has kind of sort of like catacombs almost. It seems like this is the sub-level, the basement level, the foundation of the Moonstone Hall Temple above. And above that, you've got, more weight bearing down, you've got houses, you've got the city of Escadar. So if you were on the upper level, I could probably see there being a case to wrench down some stone and tile, but under here has survived pretty well, probably because it's the foundation level to the temple above.
Okay, so it's not like crumbling pretty badly.
No, and in this part of the temple, not as much, not nearly like in what you saw above.
Got it. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 30, 35. Did he go this way, Fabian?
Which way did he go?
Oh, that way. Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh, I guess I don't want to go past Marion. I'll stay here and raise my shield.
All right. Trying to keep up with the rest of it. Good stage manager, making sure the rest of your performers are accounted for. You stay there and prepare for the onslaught. Faith.
Like a chaperone.
So we're going to the library.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And 15.
What could I do to a stone? A clay golem?
I mean, ignore the fact that I say clay golem. That could, one, be wrong. Two, that's based on memory and looking at the art.
I mean,
This could not be that. Still, it's a golem.
yeah, I don't have any idea what it would
Presumably.
mean, even if it were a clay golem.
Oh, this is where the door is to the secret room?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Faith, with your quick monk speed, you rush in, see Horatio kind of panting with the bag in the closet where you slept last night. All right. Faith, you're in the closet.
Yeah. Trapped in the closet.
Fabian.
You're being
Hey, let's
something.
move it there.
Yep.
And another action to get there. And another action to get there. Meow.
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 Running quickly across the carpet. Claws kind of digging into it a little bit, to get some extra traction. From behind Oarshisk and Marion, you are closest to hear as there's another pounding sound because this guy isn't fond of opening doors. He's fond of breaking them down. You hear the door crunch, and then you hear a subsequent impact, as it sounds like the door was knocked off of the frame and then knocked into an adjacent wall. So there's a crack smattering of wood, this old ancient door, fine carpentry in its day, is utterly obliterated by this horrible stone statue. So it will do that, and then it will squeeze through, and then you can just see it coming around the corner. It does seem to clock you, Orashisk. So it does notice and look in your direction, but that's about all it gets to on its turn. It's getting over there. Marion.
I'm gonna delay until after Orashisk.
All right, Marion delays. Horatio.
I will also delay.
Okay. Orashisk.
Why?
So that we can both go through this door and close it behind us.
Well, if you went through, then I would be able to go through and close it.
I guess so. I just don't want you to be stupid.
They want to make sure you do it.
He doesn't trust you. You can take that from him.
Alright, fine. I use 3 actions to stride into the secret room.
All right, Marion, you run that way.
Now it's just me versus the golem.
1v1 me, bro. I can take him.
Yeah, we're gonna move to here, I guess. So these bookshelves.
Yes.
Fixed to the wall.
As far as you can tell, looking at the bookshelves. There we go. Bookcases. Yeah, with the amount of old tomes and whatnot, these seem to be built into the walls. That's not to say that you couldn't try to, tear some shelving loose and try to topple something on top of the door, in front of the door. There's also those wooden ladders that kind of go around on like railings. They're in here as well.
Okay. I'm actually gonna try to keep moving.
Okay,
So,
considered the
5,
library
10,
for a moment, but decided
15, 20,
to move.
25, 30. $35. 5, 10.
If we all come in here and it does get through, Fabian's gonna lose his flank.
That's not true. If it comes in the room,
I'm sure
I
somebody
guess.
will stumble through.
Well, and fearing and fainting and stuff like that. Still get flanking. Does that work? Wait, he moves, closes door, moves in.
Horatio is still delayed at this point.
Oh, okay. So Fabian can move out of the library, close the door to the library, and then move into the room, and then Horatio can close the door to the room.
I'm not near the door. I mean, yes, sure. I guess I could take.
Step in
I
with
could-
your initiative.
Yeah, so we could do that this. We could do that this turn. Fabian's also 20 feet from the inside, so he could do it on his turn, for that matter.
Not if he wants to close the door to the library too.
That's true.
Orashisk, is that your action to get into there?
Yep, and I might as well
Okay.
raise shield. Why not?
Alright, just prepare, like, oh god, what's gonna happen? Faith in the closet, anything particular you do?
I'm gonna move to here, and I'm gonna battle medicine Horatio.
All right.
Woo.
There's most of your hit points back.
Now I
No.
have 48 hit points.
Oh, is it a success
Oh, wait, that was
or
a
critical
normal
success?
success.
There's
Yeah.
no success. So you only
Never
get
mind.
23.
No.
Yeah.
Got
I only
excited.
rolled a 5. That was 2 actions.
Yep.
I guess I'll. Can I stand on those boxes?
Sure.
Is it a penalty to be standing on those boxes?
No. It's probably difficult terrain.
I think I have enough movement. I'll move
Yeah.
there.
You most certainly do. All right, Faith, you try to heal up Horatio a little bit. Just like, it's going to be all right. We're going to make this. Fabian?
I mean, I'm not.
Okay. Let me get in that room.
And can you close
My
the
turn.
door? And then
Sure,
I'll
I'll
jump
leave.
in and I can protective ward in case it gets through the door.
Okay,
I assume it's
think
going
I've
to
got
get through
enough.
the door.
I think I've got enough movement and it still close the door with an action.
All right, so you're closing the closet door with an action.
I am. Everyone's inside, right? Yeah, looks
Yeah.
like.
You do a quick head count, and you go and quickly close the door behind you. And stepping in after Fabian, Horatio, you go in and do your
Yep.
protective ward.
I'll do protective ward and sustain it twice. I don't get the whole room.
Okay. So,
I'll put it in if we need it.
breathing heavily, you all wait in the closet, feeling the tingle, the soft glow of Horatio's magic as it forms a protective barrier around you in this small room. You hear heavy stone footfalls. You hear the stone on wood, sound of wood creaking and splintering. But nothing else for the moment. Hidden here in the closet, is there anything anyone does in particular, or are you all just trying to be as quiet as possible?
I would like to recall knowledge about this thing. I can do that quietly.
That definitely is a mental
Give
only
it-
activity.
Give it a think.
Give a quick think, Marion.
Yeah.
What skill do you think you're using in this?
Probably religion. Yeah.
Okay. Marion, this is, to the best of your knowledge, probably another goddamn animated statue like you fought before
Yeah.
there. There's similar
Oh,
markers, but...
if it's relevant, I get a +1 because of my curse.
Ah, okay. Not much different information. You're just like, and you're also trying to think about this and recall any knowledge after, seeing what it's doing and being pursued by this thing.
Right.
So no really handy tidbits come to mind during this time.
Okay.
While you're hiding in the closet. Anyone else trying to do something here, or otherwise just being sneaky and quiet?
Just trying to be sneaky and quiet. If people want to follow the leader on either me or Fabian, I think.
We also do get a bonus because we have full cover.
All right. So let me do some stuff here.
Hope nobody sneezes. Be a bad time for hay fever. In a musty closet.
I need to double check something.
Oof.
tense few moments pass.
A distant sound of clicking and clacking.
Crunching. Um, okay. You hide in the closet for a while. You hear hold your breath, trying to sniffle any loud breathing, any coughing, but it's kind of a dusty closet. You hear the sound again. And then you hear this kind of high-pitched, like, whistling sound. And then you begin to hear crashing, just sounds of destruction, of sounds of wood being splintered, of stone, of just crunching, horrible rending sounds. It shakes some of the dust loose in this closet. And this continues on for a minute, a solid minute of just impacts and crashing and splintered wood over and over again. And then it subsides somewhat. And there's just a... And now, after a few minutes pass, intermittently, you will hear... but a bit farther off, and then a bit farther off still. So the best you can tell, you hear it moving around, but maybe not in the immediate vicinity. What do you do?
Should we... I'll ask Horatio and Fabian if we should put on the robes for the golem that we still have to get by.
I think we already put them on.
Yes, I recall you guys before you went into this room with this statue you're facing, put those vestments on.
Oh, but wait, can't we just go up through the tower and to the back of the shop?
That is on the upper level. So there's the upper level, well, where the bell tower used to be,
right? Yeah.
In there. So you'd have to go back up to the upper level and then go back up through there.
Right. I mean, then we wouldn't have to bypass the golem at all. Or we could risk it.
The golem is on the transition from this lower level to the upper level.
I see what the problem is.
Yep. So you know that you're very close to it. This closet was pretty close, and you know if you go down the hall to the left, that should be the stairway going up. As far as you know.
What time of day is it about? I guess it's hard to tell. A rough, have we been down there for an hour?
If you had to guess, it's been several hours. It's maybe getting toward dinner time, you think?
So we could either try to rest here, and y'all could do your spell shenanigans. Whatever it is you do. Or
daily preparations.
Go past the golem on the way out.
I actually want to clear this place. I might be the only one, but
What do you mean clear it?
I want that XP.
So you want to kill the golems?
Yeah, I want to fight the golem.
We need to rest if that's the case.
So yeah, I guess resting is what we're gonna do then. Can you figure out
Magical
what that chalice is
Yeah, we can do that.
after we rest?
Yeah, watch it summon a demon.
It curses you when you touch it because you still haven't touched it yet.
That's a good point.
All right. So, as you talk about resting here in the closet for the second night in a row, Horatio and Marion, to examine the chalice, is up to you. Probably need to take it out of the bag to examine it. Do you do so?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll use Mage Hand to actually
Retrieve it out.
pick it up, put it down.
Sure.
Let's see if I can.
Hid in the
identify
closet
it.
once more, typed cramped quarters in this humble space. You withdraw the chalice and kind of put it between the Calder brothers. During this whole time, as you're taking a few moments to analyze and see if you can glean anything about it, you keep hearing the sounds, the heavy footfalls against stone, and then occasionally you will hear a crashing sound. You will hear stone or something else getting moved violently from far off, and it echoes down these chambers. You sit there for a minute, Horatio and Marion. Let's see, Horatio, and then Marion. You ponder, not an orb, but the chalice in front of you, for a long while. And looking it up and down, both of you draw a blank. There's no thing that you've heard or read that kind of comes close to this. It seems to be magical. That is pretty obvious. It seems to be constructed of a dull tin and seems kind of worn. Pretty unassuming, except there are 3 rings on the cup of the chalice. There is a gold ring, a silver ring, and an ebony ring around the cup portion of it. Other than that, it exudes a magic, but no specifics whatsoever come to your minds.
Maybe it makes forever water. I guess it would have water in it then.
What was that list of items that we found?
You found a list of items from the upper level, kind of in the same room where you found the first statue. And from that room, you found the items on that list. Many of them had been crossed off, but in the same handwriting of Dusklight: Ghost Diadem, Goblet, Balm, White Stole.
We have the balm, we have the ghost diadem, we have the goblet. Where's the stole?
A stole.
That's like clothing, right?
Yeah. It's like a scarf almost. A holy scarf.
You can't help but glance at what Marion is wearing currently.
What? That thing? Is there a stole on it?
It's stolen.
Oh, no, sorry. I'm thinking of the holy prayer beads. Not quite the same thing.
Yeah, no.
Sorry. Other religious thing, you know.
Feels like a scarf.
I
Yeah.
didn't see a stole in the pulpit. That was just the prayer beads, right? And a book.
Right.
Let me check the party inventory just to be sure.
Well, we have one more statue room we haven't actually
Yeah, in
searched.
the room with all the statues, was there a stole around any of them?
No, we have an unidentified stole in the bag of holding. Okay.
Oh, we do?
We have the items, guys.
Yeah.
We
Where did
don't
we
have
get
the
that
XP,
from?
but we have the stuff.
Yeah, you have the stole. You're not quite sure what it does. I think you
Well, we also don't know what the
identified-
goblet does.
You don't know what the
I
goblet
have to-
does. You don't know what the stole does. You did identify what the balm was. It was the Saint's balm.
Yeah, Saint's
And
So
then
don't use that Saint's balm, Fabian.
oh, and then also the diadem. I'll go ahead because you have that still.
Oh yeah, I put it on.
Yeah. So that at least you know from having been guided in its use from Ulthadar and putting it on that you do indeed have a moonstone diadem. So
Probably actually better for Marion.
from Dusklight's list, you see, kind of start to piece together that clearly she was down here. Clearly, she was taking inventory or knew something about these items, these powerful relics of the priesthood of Eridan. But you are in possession of some of those that were not crossed off the list.
What are the items that are crossed off the list? I mean, those are the probably ones that she has.
Yes. So that one.
And surely we're not going to have them on our person when we go talk to her. I don't want to. Ho ho ho! Thanks for retrieving the lost items for me. I'll be taking those.
At the very least, we have a bag of holding.
That's true.
So some of the things that are crossed off of that list include jar of holy oil, scroll, lentil, skull. It seems like various religious paraphernalia that was crossed off of the list.
What could she want?
Lentils?
This crap.
I
Bacon stew.
wonder if the Church of Eridan had some conflict with these demons in the past and sort of hid these things away, or maybe they were used to bind the demons, or
Maybe.
seem to have some significance for her.
So, having had these insights, hearing the crashing from far off, is your intent to try to rest here for the evening?
That's right. With watch, I guess.
Alrighty. So, you go take a long rest in the closet once more. You set out the watch, do what you can to make yourselves comfortable, eat what meager food that you have brought here, try and rest. Throughout the night, no matter who is on watch for the time, there are sounds, crashing, breaking, stomping. So, I would like everyone to make me a fortitude. Oh, well, you know what? Make me a will saving throw to see if you can muster the willpower to get some good rest while all this noise and distraction of what you know to be on the other side.
Fuck me.
Marion never sleeps well.
You should be used to it by now, though.
I'm gonna hero point that.
All right.
Oh, nice.
Man, first roll of the day, hero points out of the gate.
Faith, your will save.
If I wasn't already fatigued,
Oof.
I would have kept that.
I'm gonna hero point mine too. Who needs hero points? There we go. That's better.
Okay. So, you all rest for the evening. Some of you are able to power through and not have the slamming affect you, keeping you up at odd hours of the night. However, Marion and Fabian, you both have a difficult time of it. Marion, you wake up, you all can do your daily preparations. However, Marion, you are fatigued from the night's sleep.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Fabian, you were already fatigued and tired. So, this does not help. Having this night of not sufficient sleep and hearing the just again and again and again just awful. So exhausted isn't a condition, is it?
Exhausted? No. Closest is
Nah.
drained.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say yeah, your reflexes and everything just aren't quite up to snuff right now. You're just moving a little bit slower, so I will say that you are also clumsy one. It's
Oh,
just
dear.
a little bit like it's been a rough night, so you are both fatigued and clumsy for the time being. But
Clumsy one. Oh,
you
dear.
all do get your. Other than that, you get your daily preparations.
Okay, so yeah, there are no rules about worse than fatigue, but somebody suggested adding like stupefied, clumsy, and feebled.
Hey, I nailed it.
3 to 4 day mark or something. But
We've been through a lot.
Yep.
Been in this place for a while.
Arch is
Hope our
no longer
circus is
fatigued. Yeah.
Not been worried about it.
I mean, there's probably like a search party trying to find us because it's been 3 days, right?
Yeah, this will be the third day that you're down here. But you wake up and cannot be certain of what hour it is, and no windows, no lights filtering in from above. The banging and whatnot seems to have died down for the time being.
I mean, do we feel ready to do this today?
We can't
Well,
stay in the
Horatio
closet forever.
Horatio wants to kill everything here, so, Horatio gets what he wants.
Hey, we need experience.
Practice.
We need to learn as much as we can from these things. We don't know what the demons are going to do. What do you all think would be more helpful? Being able to magically get away from being grabbed, or being able to fly? I'm open to suggestions.
Being able to get away from being grabbed.
Yeah. Keep in mind, I did not use the ability to make people fly yesterday. Okay, free movement it is. That, I like that. Let me look at my cantrips.
What does clumsy do? Clumsy.
You get a -1 penalty to.
Dexterity-based
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
AC, reflex saves, range attacks, and skill checks using acrobatics, stealth, and thievery.
And exhausted already has those penalties as well, too, right?
Fatigued is
fatigue.
-1 status penalty to AC and saving throws.
So is he at a -2?
Yeah.
Yep.
For AC and reflex saves, yeah. Only a -1 for will saves, though.
Hey,
Fortitude saves.
that's something.
Do we have like a crossbow we could give him?
No, he's only at a minus.
or-
He's only at a -1.
Because they
Wait.
don't
They're
stack.
both
They're both status
both
penalties.
status penalties. Yeah.
So does clumsy
Oh,
do
okay.
anything?
It still gives him a status penalty on all the other dexterity-based checks
Yeah.
and DCs.
Yeah.
Okay.
So range attack rolls and skill checks using acrobatic, stealth, and thievery.
Not melee attack rolls.
Got it. Well,
Although, I don't know. Like, if they're agile, does it not agile?
Finesse.
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 I think that still counts as dexterity-based.
Yeah, it looks like adding it on the sheet applied it to many places, including nest-based things, and weapons.
Yep.
I would suggest I will probably be fairly careful until we get back to the surface. So, if you want to go on a killing spree, be my guest, but don't expect me to get myself killed for it.
Yeah, we can protect you.
I mean, statues aren't really alive, right?
Can we also do some treating wounds on the injured wizard at some point during the night /
Yes.
morning?
I'll do those rolls now. There you go. Get 30, 32, 20, 24.
That will
26.
26. Yeah, that'll do it.
how do we propose to kill this thing? Defeat it.
Well, we could attempt actually fighting it. We didn't actually try.
I know, but any strategies or just go in?
If
Well,
we
I
knew
don't know
if we knew where it was, that would help. But I can't help with that. Divination's not my thing.
I mean, if we want to find it,
I think if we want to find it, we probably open the door and say, "Hey, stupid," and it'll come running.
I
we
do
can
know.
set a trap for it. Because
I do know.
gonna
Augury.
it's gonna try to get the
Chalice.
chalice. So if you take the chalice and put it somewhere, it's gonna go there. So if we pick a room that will give us the most benefit to fighting it in, and put the chalice there, it'll show up and we can fight it.
I don't think it knows where the chalice is. If it did, it would have attacked us when.
But it was looking right at Horatio when the chalice was in the.
Well, I
yeah,
guess
when he
because
put it in the bag, because he saw it go in the bag.
I saw it
yeah.
go in the bag.
It may, for all we know, it may still think it's in the bag, and still focus on Horatio. So maybe somebody else holds the chalice. It's not Horatio.
Or we leave the bag here.
I mean, but the problem is, it remembers that you were the last person that had it. Potentially, it still might go after you unless proven otherwise.
Yeah, we could. Someone could use it as bait. We could put it up on top of something really high up, maybe. Watch it fish for it while we blast it with magic and crossbow bolts.
That was my thought. What is the bigger room? Is there a big room out there that has high ceiling?
Well, there's the cavern that you saw the Zolgaths came through. That probably is the largest ceiling because it's this big, large cavern that goes back down to the Darklands. Other than that, the chamber with the moonstone pools, it's a bit higher ceiling.
I wonder if it knows the construct in the secret room.
Are they friends?
Yeah, they're friends. Do you think that if we threw the chalice in there, they would fight each other?
Well, I don't know. Do we want to risk having to fight two at once?
Absolutely not. I'll be right back.
What if we wrote a note that says, Zolgath took your chalice and point them towards the cavern? Do an arrow point to the cavern.
Chalice this way.
How tall is the ceiling in the moonstone pool room? Rough. I mean, it doesn't have to be exact. Just
Sure, probably a little over 20 feet, a little bit higher than the room where you found the chalice.
and how tall is the statue?
The statue is probably 15 feet tall. It's large but tall.
So maybe we do
15
take it to
feet,
the
10-foot
cavern.
reach.
Yeah.
But
Maybe
we
we
need
could take
at least 30 feet.
So the cavern is probably our only option, right?
How tall is the dinosaur?
Mm,
Can the dinosaur fight the golem?
Well, it has
Dinosaur.
been...
Dinosaur is still alive.
Yeah.
It rested.
Good point.
I don't have a nature check.
Yeah, me neither.
None of us are good at animal handling. Where's the snake woman in our circus when you need her?
Elysia? You gonna send her
Yeah.
down here to deal with a dinosaur?
That's right. Just the next step up. We're trying to hone
I
her
mean,
skills.
they're both reptiles, right?
Can you imagine in the circle though?
Dinosaur in the circus.
Dino circus.
Dino circus.
And also, we can take the dinosaur and go wreck the other circus.
Yeah, fuck you, Disc Glide. We're sending a Triceratops through your circus.
That's how we get into the compound. Triceratops through the wall. Do we want to take the chalice to the cavern and try to fight it there?
Sure.
It'll give us a bit more space.
Sounds good. How about the rest of you? One of the rest of you, anyone who is not me, walk out first.
I'll take
I'll do it.
the chalice if you'd like to give it to me.
Sure. Pull it out. Toss it to him.
I'm gonna grab the chalice.
All right, Arshisk, you hold on to the chalice.
I will open this door now.
Marion, you open the door, and it sticks a little. You have to kind of like push a bit harder than you were anticipating. And as you push, there's a bit of a scraping sound. Because, as you open it up, you can see debris, stone walls, floor, and peering out just from your limited view of the surroundings, the statue destroyed most everything around here. The floor, the wall has big crater marks in it. You can peer in toward the library. The library is destroyed. You can look, and the wood floorboards, the carpet, the books are scattered, pages everywhere, table tossed and turned over. Basically, it's in entirety where the wood floor is in the library is all difficult terrain, like because just everything has been crashed and broken in that room.
Now we have to kick this thing's ass. It destroyed the library.
I was gonna say, I don't think the ghosts are going to be very pleased about this. Just got this place cleansed out for them.
Looking down the hallway as you step out of Warshus, kind of slowly, cautiously, you can see to the end there, the door going to this room has been ripped off its hinges. And you can see into the area beyond, where you can tell that's the room where you saw the statues. That seems to be mostly intact, but you think you see some debris on the floor there.
Well, that's where we wanted to go, isn't it?
At some point.
Well, it's the quickest way to get to the... Well, I guess we can go straight up north here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna peer around this corner.
You peer around the corner, Arshisk?
Yeah.
Arshisk. Slowly peer around the corner. And you think you catch just the edge of a stony shape in the middle of this room over here.
I'm gonna pull back a little bit. And hold.
Wait for a moment. There's no other sound.
I'm gonna motion for everybody to stop. Or at least for Marion to stop. And then to point down the hallway. Can I do a little zoop past this
An attempt to sneak?
Play? That's right.
Sure can.
Little background sneak.
Sure. Let's do a little sneak. Straight up to half your speed, so you have the speed to kind of clear the hallway. Okay. I will go ahead and make a secret stealth check for you. Arshisk. As quick as you can, you go across, for just a fleeting moment, passing to the side of the hallway. Step on the other side. There's lots of debris, trying your best to avoid it. When all of you hear
Okay, I'm gonna start moving.
you begin to run.
I mean, are those getting closer? Like, is that sound
They
getting closer?
are.
Okay, then I'm going to start. I'm just going to do a regular movement. Okay.
Marion, you see the statue come through into the middle of the hallway and turn toward where Awarshisk is running toward. Awarshisk, you get to about the middle of this room here as the statue approaches the middle of the hallway. Marion and the rest of you, as Awarshisk flees, trying to make it a break for it down that way, what are the rest of you doing?
I don't know. Follow it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awarshisk, you run. You are faster than this thing. It tries to build up speed, momentum. You see it kind of brushing against the walls, tearing into the sides of the stone, but you are able to continue on your way. The rest of you follow the sound and the sound of the destruction that the statue makes. Arshisk, I assume you head north to this door, yes?
Yes.
Okay. You can head north to the door and head into the cavern. The golem continues to follow you this whole way, chasing after you, its steps growing faster, more urgent, louder and louder. It has to squeeze underneath the door a bit to get into this room. You see it kind of go amongst these statues. You all notice for a fleeting moment as you go by these statues that many of them seem to be wearing masks of different materials. You ponder that for the briefest moment as the statue, the moving one at least, barrels through and starts to go underneath this door, trying to get to where you are, Arshisk.
My plan... This cavern is big, right?
Yes.
Is to try to get... So the stone wall of the building that we're currently in, I assume the cavern meets it at a height, right? So the wall travels up until it gets to the top of the cavern, right?
Yes, so...
And there's just a hole at height level, basically, into this wall, right?
So, all along where you're standing here, is where the tunnel that the Zolgaths dug broke through the wall. So there's a bunch of rubble and everything there for about the 10 or 12 feet where the wall used to be.
And above that is more wall, right? Or no?
Yeah, I mean, there is the foundation of the building and the level on top of it settling there, so...
I'm just trying to climb up out of reach of it.
The best bet is probably going to try to climb up above this lower area here. Because it seems like they dug and then there was an upper ridge, you know, this part over here. And they made a ramp that goes up, kind of this earthen ramp that goes to where they excavated on this upper ridge where the entrance to the temple is. So the ceiling's kind of the same over a lot of this, but it's higher because this part over here is lower, this kind of pit. So it's kind of doing a lizard climb up the wall and trying to hang on to different crevices and cracks in the rock ceiling above.
That's right.
That would be the good 30 feet above the ground.
And I'm at the risk of asking. I should probably. Well, I don't know. How much do I need to make an athletics check to be able to do that? How easy is it to go across this like cavern ceiling like that? Obviously, if it were a flat ceiling, I'd probably need to be legendary and making really good checks. But
this will be... I'll say this is gonna be a masterful climb. So the DC will be 30. And you have mere moments to react as the statue is lumbering behind you, trying to chase you down.
Right. Athletics. 30 DC, and I don't have a hero point.
What do you do?
I'm gonna try it. I got to, right? I'm a swashbuckler.
I mean, we know that you can outrun it, so that's a good backup plan.
Would you look at that? Arshisk, gauging the situation, quickly runs over. As you start to climb, where do you put the chalice?
It's like, I mean, how do we carry things normally? Do we have like belt loops or something like that?
Yeah, probably belts and backpacks and pouches and whatnot. I'll put it in one of my pouches, I guess. All right. You sling the chalice into your pouch, true swashbuckler fashion, and then go to climb up the sides of the cavern wall, trying to get up on the ceiling. You make it, we'll say, about here or so, assuming climbing up the side of the wall here and kind of climbing up to the ceiling over the part that's deeper, so where he shouldn't be able to reach you. Arceus, you go there. It follows through. Faith and Fabian, are you following Marion and Horatio and chasing after the statue?
Yes.
Alright, I'll go ahead and move you all over here so you can kind of see what's going on, because you would have run immediately after them as they chased off.
At this point.
Yeah. So you're running.
Hey, we're in the talk room that we were afraid of before.
Yep,
Right?
You're standing in the midst of all these statues that you kind of backed out away from. They're not reacting, but you all do clock that these statues, most of these statues have a mask on, like almost a theatrical looking mask, and they seem to be made of different materials, but not all of the statues have a mask on them. It's just a brief glance around you of what you're looking at as you're focusing mostly on the statue that's moving.
The masks are not made of stone.
Correct. There are different materialed masks on the stone statues
Like
around either
masquerade
station.
masks.
Kinda, yeah. Do you notice that? But you're like looking toward what's happening with Arceus, trying to figure what's going on. The statue sees Oartius climbing up toward the ceiling. The statue is going to run and go for a desperate leaping maneuver to try and grab at Oartius. So, I'll say the rest of you are trying to keep up and catch up with what's going on here. So you're just running into the room. It's up to you if you want to kind of go where Marion is and run to see what's happening with Oartius in the running statue, or if you're hanging back in the room with the circle of statues. Oartius, what is your reflex DC?
27. And I'm not flat-footed while I'm climbing. If that
Okay.
matters.
It just might. Alright. What you all see is the statue run toward the side of the cliff and go and leap up with this huge momentum and goes and is reaching for Oartius. Oartius, you see it, and you kind of do the telemetry, do the math for a second, and see that it is about to grab onto you. I'll give you a reaction at this point if you try to do anything, or try to stay your ground, hanging up there on the ceiling. It is jumped
It's in the air. Okay.
to an full basketball player extension to go for the lizard on the ceiling.
So I know it's gonna grab me, right?
It looks like it's going to reach you.
I'm gonna try to long jump off of the whatever stalactite I'm hanging on to.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Okay.
push off and
This-
just try to long jump as far as possible. And I have cat ball too.
Okay, in what direction?
Back
Toward that way.
back towards the direction over its head, so that I am going the reverse of the way that it's going.
Okay. Go ahead and make
I
An
can have to
acro-
declare a distance, right, for a long jump?
Yeah, basically where your target is with the long jump.
Am I just quick jump? Give me anything about that? Probably not. Do I have panache? It's not.
Yeah, you're
combat.
doing some daring. I'll say you have panache. This is pretty
Okay.
daring do, you know, trying to outrun the golem.
So let's try to go for 30 feet then.
Okay. I'd like you to make both an acrobatics and athletics check.
Okay. I only had to make a DC 20 for the long jump. So I'm gonna... which one do you want me to make first?
Up to you. Either one.
I'll do the athletics check, the easy one first. Athletics check.
Okay. It's a critical jump.
What is that? Does that do anything? I don't think so.
I'll take it into consideration. Go make the acrobatics check.
Okay.
Awarshisk, the golem jumps up into the air. Seizing just the moment in time, you drop off, kick off of the ceiling, going to jump and spin in the air out of its grasp. It goes and rasps against you with this big stony fist. And as it does so, you kind of feel what Horatio felt yesterday a little bit, this clay against your skin. You couldn't quite picture it until this point, but it is this hardened clay. It rasps against you. Awarshisk, you get, for the most part, out of the way and are able to land where you chose to land safely. Kind of doing the full 3-point landing, you know, out with the grail out to one side. However, as the golem does graze against you, I want you to go ahead and make a fortitude save for me.
Oof, that's where my luck runs out.
Okay. You go and feel this energy kind of whisk past you. It feels unsettling. It feels like something's wrong. But you manage to land. The golem goes for you. And as you get quickly out of its way, you see it turn. You all witness as this golem, hell-bent on reacquiring the thing that is protected for hundreds of years, something that was the sole purpose of its creation, something that it went and destroyed as much as it could trying to find here as you deftly hid in the closet. It looks back to it one more time as the massive creature leapt up in the air, plummets back to the ground, and as the clay golem lands hard against the floor of the cavern which bored the Zolgath up to the surface, much like an urn thrown from a ledge, it goes and cracks against the cavern floor. You see pieces of it shatter and break. You see whatever magical force trying to animate this golem try to bring its pieces back together. You see a hand trying to move a shoulder back toward the torso. But for the most part, it seems incapacitated at the moment.
fire away.
Do you unleash your fury upon the golem?
It's probably now's the best time.
Yeah, let's do that.
With spell, arrow, and whatever else is at your disposal, you send the pieces of clay, broken, scattered, and whatnot, scattering about this cavern, utterly obliterating this golem. Their use of clever ingenuity, running away, using the environment to your advantage, you obliterate this golem in a very unconventional way. And for that, you all will get 120 experience points.
Are you happy now, Patrick?
Yes, I am. I am happy to see that number go up.
Ran and beat it at the same time. Everybody won.
And as the pieces go flying off and scattering, Oarshus, you feel
Yeah, why is
there's
there
still something not right.
why is there a heart rate monitor symbol on me?
You're not quite sure. Perhaps
Maybe we'll
you'll find out.
next time.
Yeah, nailed it! Perhaps you'll find out next time on
year.
Really Playing Games. Next year, the Extinction Curse continues in 2022.